guys, welcome back to Simply Steph Space. I'm Steph, and today I wanted to try something a little different. I was thinking about what it was like to eat healthy foods that were fresh, frozen, and canned. And so today I have some salmon to cook, so I got some frozen salmon and some canned salmon to try against the fresh salmon that I have. So I'm gonna prepare them all the same way, except obviously the canned salmon. I can't really cook that in the oven, but something I wanted to look at too was like the nutrition facts of these different versions of salmon, if you will. So the canned salmon is 120 calories per 1/3 cup, which is about 5 servings per can. And the ingredients in here are pink salmon and salt, if you can see that. So I wasn't naive. I figured that there was additional ingredients in here besides salmon because it's like preserved. With the salt, it comes out to be 370 milligrams per serving and 18 grams of protein and 5 grams of total fat. Frozen salmon, the only ingredients are keta or salmon. I didn't know that it was called that. This one has 70 milligrams, which makes sense because it doesn't have the added salt that the canned one has. And it has, wow, 29 grams of protein, 170 calories per one piece, which is about 142 grams or 5 ounces. I'll Google the prices of these so that give you an idea of like how much protein you're getting for your $1 and like ease of like use and stuff. The regular salmon from the store, just pure salmon, I hope. I don't really have the macros for the salmon, but I'm assuming it's pretty similar to the frozen salmon. It's a little bigger portion. It looks like the frozen salmon is like a little bit smaller than the cut of salmon that I have here. I wanted to give a visual on this to you guys. This is the store-bought salmon that was not frozen. And then this is the frozen salmon. So you can see like a difference in color. This actually kind of looks like tuna, almost like color. I hope I didn't buy tuna. I'll double check that I bought salmon, but yeah, it's just interesting seeing them side by side. So now I'm gonna season both of them the same and then put them in the oven. In here, I mixed together some garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, Old Bay seasoning. I love, especially on seafood. Manny makes fun of me that I like practically snort that stuff, but it's so good. And then salt and pepper as usual. Season your food, guys. It makes it so much better, especially if you're trying to lose weight. It makes healthy food taste even better. These bad boys are ready to be put in the oven. Again, this is the store-bought, and then this is the frozen. So I put the frozen like horizontal so that I know which is which after it's baking in the oven. So here we go, time to cook. This is the canned salmon. It's actually like kind of well put together still. I thought it would be like flaky. It kind of looks like how tuna comes. I'm not sure about the white stuff. I feel like I had canned salmon before and it was kind of like a bone, but it was like soft. We'll see. Here is both salmons cooked. That's the store-bought and that's the frozen. I might have overcooked them slightly, but they'll give the canned one a little bit better run for its money. Making some spinach off to the side too for us. Got my salmons here. These are some close-ups of them. This is the canned salmon. You can see this kind of like, I don't know if those are like bones and stuff. You guys let me know. This is the frozen salmon. This is the store-bought salmon. Now it's time for tasting. Here I have the canned salmon, the frozen salmon, and the store-bought salmon. So let's get to trying the canned salmon. And I'll post the macros up somewhere around here, but let's go. So it's giving off like tuna vibes. It's not bad. The one thing that kind of, it is a little salty, obviously, because there's like added salt to keep it like okay in the can. But another thing too is that there's kind of like vertebrae in there that I'm not too fond of. And it's like, I don't know if you like pick those out or if they're like okay. Kind of interesting. But regardless, okay. I'd give them like maybe 2 out of 5 or maybe 3 out of 5. It's still like I could see eating this, like maybe making like a salmon burger with it or something. It's not bad for food. Like it's actually like pretty okay for like a canned food, but I'm sure these ones are going to taste a lot better. The frozen one that I got from Target. Let's see how this goes. I overcooked it a little bit, but I would say I don't really like the flavor. It's kind of like briny a little bit. I would actually kind of prefer the canned taste over the frozen salmon. Like, I don't know if you guys ever tried frozen fish, but like there's like an off taste to it for some reason. And I don't know if it's just because it's like frozen or maybe just salmon. I've had like frozen whitefish that's like actually pretty good. But I don't know. By itself, not a huge fan of the frozen. Definitely can get your protein in. And obviously, like you can dress it up and make it taste good. But on its own face value, even with all the seasoning I put on, the middle is just lacking. Last but not least. You didn't do a rating. Oh, okay. I would actually give the frozen salmon maybe like a 2 out of 5. I don't know what the ranking was. I think I said for the first one. I think I said 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5. So we're going to go with that. One is the store-bought salmon. The store-bought one is way better. Which, like, obviously, it's, like, fresh versus frozen. That's why restaurants really, like, even Gordon Ramsay, it's like, this is frozen. Fresh food definitely tastes way better than frozen or canned food. But I would say the rating for the fresh salmon is 5 out of 5. Frozen, 2 out of 5. And then canned, weirdly, I would say 3 out of 5. This was actually not that bad, even though it has, like, kind of the bones and stuff in there. But I was just curious to see what fresh, frozen, and canned tasted like side by side. Obviously, fresh is probably going to taste the best, like 9 times out of 10. But I wanted to see how these stacked up against it, if you will. So I would definitely say the can tastes better. And that might just be like the salt content that it has. It has way more salt than the frozen salmon has, like 300 milligrams per serving more. So that might be why it's tasting better. Maybe it's a little bit more seasoned than the salmon I had. Any one of these will get you to your protein threshold for the day. All of them are low calories. These are salmon. They have the omegas. So there's no shame in getting the canned or the frozen ones. Like, that's not what this is for. I was just genuine curiosity of what they all tasted like side by side. I've eaten canned, fresh, frozen stuff all the time. Depends on what your budget looks like. But I definitely just wanted to try this for curiosity's sake. So that's all I had for you guys today. And I will see you in my next video with my tiny microphone. All right, bye.